Julius, you've been around a little bit here. Just what did you see in that fourth quarter, and what did it take for you guys to claw your way back?
Just possession at a time. Possession at a time. We just had to get stops. We knew over the course of a 48-minute game we could wear them down, and we got stops. And I mean, it's been the formula for us all year. Get stops and then execute what we need to on the offensive end. So we had to play through a lot. We just kept playing.
Now, as you were not in a rhythm early, how did you kind of go in at that moment and come through even when it wasn't your best game prior to that?
Just staying with it. Just staying with it. That's something that I've been able to do throughout my career. Obviously this is one of the biggest moments in my career. So just kind of trying to, grow and navigate, as the season goes on, as my career goes on.
You guys had some troubles closing games during the regular season. You dominated the last 2 fourth quarters. What have you learned as a team in those situations, and how much of that is Ant being able to take over when he needs to?
I didn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry. After some struggles finishing fourth quarters earlier in the season, you guys have dominated the last 2 fourth quarters. How much of that is team learning? How much of that is Ant being able to take over?
I think it's a combination of, understanding who you're playing with, time and situation, and obviously having a player like Ant and Ju. I mean, it's super helpful to the rest of the team, and they're the leaders. So we kind of follow suit and handle business from there. So I think just like I said, time and situation, and understanding what to bring to the table.
Now, as earlier in Ant's career, you're here with him, and at the end of games, it would seem like he wanted to go get it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the end of this game, and he found you in the middle, and you found Jaden there, and just kind of him not looking just to beat the opponent by
Right.
scoring. How have you seen that kind of grow?
It's been tremendous. I think he kind of picked up on that last summer. I would think maybe obviously with playing with a bunch of vets with the USA, I think that kind of helped him as well, and kind of helped his individual game. Understand, he's gonna get doubled a lot. So just believing in us and trusting us. I mean, he's seen us put the work in, so I think he trusts us now.
Julius, for you, how have you seen the impact of your guys' kind of like force of your size and physicality and offensive glass kind of provide value for you in this series?
I think it's come as the season has went along, and just learning my teammates, and I've had to grow other areas of my game. We got such a talented group. Obviously with Ant, we've seen what Jaden and Nas have done this series, and Dante and Akil. We got so many versatile players, and upon my career, I've always been asked to score the ball at a high level, rebound at a high level. But I think it's the little things that I've been able to do for the team and grow and take joy in. Nas comes in, not playing much in the second half, and he comes in and makes big shots for us. Obviously, Ant, Jaden down the stretch. Dante made a big shot, I believe, as well. So it's everybody can chip in to scoring, so it's not always relied on me. And I take pride in being able to do other things as well.
Julius, you're up 3-1 now on your left, Julius. You're going back to LA up 3-1. What do you think the next couple of days are going to be like between you, coaching staff, just to talk about how to close the series out later in the week instead of having to come back for a Game 6?
Yeah, we're not done. We're not done. We know we need one more. It's going to take everything we have to get that next win. As hard as it was tonight, it's going to be even harder, to get the next one. So we're going to have to fight through a lot, but like we have done all year, we got to rely on each other, play for one another, and we genuinely feel like if we do that, we give ourselves the best chance to win every night. So it's going to take all of us.
Julius, you've played with Dante. He didn't have a best shooting night, but defensively he was able to step in. He had 3 steals, had a block. Just what are some of the different ways that you see him growing and gelling with the team now with this much experience going into this playoff series?
Yeah, Tay's been asked to do a lot. He had obviously an amazing year last year, with myself in New York. And he comes here, and like myself, he's asked, a lot of different things, from, scoring the ball, defense, hustle plays, all those things. So, it's been a hard adjustment, and, hats off to him, But at the end of the day, if Dante, as a person, he's an elite competitor, and he's won at every level, So you know that's what he puts first is winning, and you know his intangibles and everything is showing so far with the team.
Now, as Coach was saying that when you came out of the timeout and you hit that three, that he basically knew that it was going to be there for you, and that was an easy call for him to make. Just, I guess, what does it mean to have that faith and know that you're not just getting stuff kind of up or broken, but they're
Right.
drawing stuff up for you? And
Yeah, I
put the
mean,
ball in your
kind of had that faith throughout the whole year. I mean, I kind of grown to be a player where you kind of can count on, and I just kudos to the way I've been playing and my growth, and just how much work that I put in. I mean, he made the right call, and I did what I had to do to vouch for his call. So, I mean, like I said, man, I put the work in day in and day out, and to be in the situations like that.
Nas, early in your career, it seemed to be kind of easy to tab, like from your first stint, like, oh, this isn't going to be a Nas night. He's struggling tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What has it meant to? What's the process been like to become a guy where you can the next time out, like you're kind of refreshed and you can kind of hit shots, and it doesn't really matter what you did the previous shift?
I mean, even if I'm not shooting good throughout the whole game, just impacting the game in other categories. I mean, rebounding, steals, defending, whatever, screening, getting my teammate open, whatever the case may be, just impacting the game in a positive direction. I mean, it's not all about scoring for me. I mean, I can score, but I mean, I'm trying to impact the game in any way, shape, or form. So make it a Nas Reid night in any other way.